Different forms of music surround us every day, playing an important role in our lives no matter how trivial. Music helps us capture the moment when we fall in love, pumps us up before a championship game, and gives us a way to express ourselves. For Alzheimer's patients, music provides a helping hand. Music therapy allows those afflicted with the sickness to sing, dance, and play their symptoms away. Through research, music therapy has been altered and reformed in order to help individuals of varying needs. Alzheimer's takes away an individual's memory, but music coaxes it back. With time, music therapy helps assuage symptoms linked to Alzheimer's disease. My name is Victoria Henze, and my symposium is about music therapy in relation to Alzheimer's disease. I have always had a love for science, and one of the criteria I believe for picking your topic should be having an intense connection to your topic. You don't want to pick something that is going to bore you within a matter of minutes of research. So you want to pick something that's going to keep your attention and even make you want to research past the time that your essay or project is done. My mom has worked on an Alzheimer's unit for 10 years, so when I visited her at work, I was always surrounding these patients, and this is where I recently found my topic, music therapy. I was in there one day, and there was a gentleman who is constantly repeating phrases over and over, which is a symptom of Alzheimer's disease. And one of the nurses put headphones on him and played old music through the headphones for him. He immediately ceased repeating everything and remained silent for the entire time that I was there. It was at this point in time that I realized that music not only has an effect on our emotions, but can also help other individuals of varying needs. I did play with my topic a lot before determining that Alzheimer's disease was where I wanted to go with it. I contemplated doing music therapy and music's effect on intelligence, but as I started going, I realized it was too broad. I can do, with that subject, I would have to show music's effect on every age group, every disability, everything. So that was too broad of a topic. When picking your topic, you should narrow down your search and narrow down what you want to learn into a small little package so that you can get as much information on your specific topic as possible. You don't want to have a broad topic that makes you write 25 pages of information that doesn't even relate to what you were trying to get at originally. Scholarly sources are written by experts in a certain field. One of the first things I look at when I am finding a new source is if they have their own citations, if they have credited their personal research with other individuals' research from that field. Another thing I look at is the author. I want to make sure that their credentials are related to my topic. I don't want to be researching the effects of diabetes and having someone who is labeled as mechanic. That's not exactly reliable. And then another very important thing I do is look for the time frame. I don't want information from 1986 being in my paper that I'm writing in 2017 because that information could be outdated and irrelevant in today's science world. And then music therapy is the clinical and evidence-based use of musical interventions to accomplish individualized goals within a therapeutic relationship by a credentialed professional who has completed an approved music therapy program, as told by American Music Therapy. Music therapy was originally used in the World Wars to help injured soldiers. Those soldiers who would come into the hospital settings after being injured, the music would be played for them, and doctors noticed that they would heal at a faster rate than those that did not have music. So even in today's society, you go to a nursing home and they're bringing in piano players, choirs, especially around Christmas time, and everything to help these individuals heal and help them connect to the outside world and to promote a happier lifestyle. Alzheimer's disease has become increasingly more common in our society today. It is a neurodegenerative disease. It breaks down the brain matter and prevents memory and everything. It rapidly decreases cognitive abilities such as judgment, language, and thinking skills. It does lead to eventual death, usually about 10 years after diagnosis is what's been found to be the common. Eloise Alzheimer's was the woman who was working with a 40-year-old woman when she discovered the disease. She noticed that this woman was having decreased abilities, like I said, cognitive abilities, functions, and she was the one who discovered it, and hence the name. Alzheimer's disease causes the brain to literally break down. There's areas that start to harden, and the reason why the memory is affected is because these areas harden or disappear or become tangled, and the brain can no longer send messages or receive messages from the body or other parts of the brain. So this does not allow these messages to be relayed, which means the recall message to recall specific memory from your 3, that is no longer operating, so that's no longer an option. That's how these memories become lost, because they're kind of blocked or erased within the brain. During my research, I found a numerous amount of things that music does help and doesn't impact, such as music influences mood regardless of disability. Even for you and I, without Alzheimer's, we listen to a song, a romantic song, and we feel all lovey-dovey, and we think of our husband or our significant other. And if we listen to something such as heavy metal, we get very irate, and we get pumped up, and we want to go, and we just have angry thoughts by default. Another way music has helped impact, it helps trigger memories, such as singing happy birthday to an individual with Alzheimer's disease could help bring back a memory of one of their birthdays where that song was sung to them. This is because happy birthday is so common in our society, especially here in the US. Everyone has heard it at some point in time. We've gone through years of singing it. So this is especially important for individuals over the age of 60. I mean, they've been alive for 60 plus years, and they've been hearing happy birthday for 60 plus years. This allows the brain to rely on that repetition that they've heard all their lives in order to recall that memory. Another way music helps is by helping promote activeness. The music makes seniors want to get up and dance. Alzheimer's patients dance and play instruments. And it's been, through studies, proven that if you play a certain song from their youth, say around the 18 to 25-year-old age, they will learn and they will remember the dances that were popular within that time. So, like, example, for anyone who was 20 years old in the 1980s, Footloose. As soon as that song comes on, your body just knows how to dance to it. So this helps promote activeness and gets them up and going, and then also helps promote a feeling of closeness and togetherness with other individuals within the group therapy session. This is essential because it helps aid in fighting depression. The individual no longer feels alone and feels connected and more part of a group. And also, another benefit of music therapy is the fact that it is more play than work. Individuals do not feel like they are at a job or being pushed to do this. It's a way for them to enjoy themselves, but also to get a benefit due to their disease. At the end of my research, I am actually very excited that I did this topic. I have learned a lot on the matter, and it is very interesting in me because music is a huge part of my personal life. So to be able to see how music affects individuals that have disabilities is really encouraging. As well, I seriously believe that music therapy should be explored more as an option for individuals. I've personally, with being a pharmacy technician, I've been able to go into nursing home settings outside of my mother's place of work and see how they utilize the music therapy and see how active these individuals get with the music and how they go from going through the halls, not smiling and not making eye contact, to sitting in their seats and clapping along and having fun and trying to sing, especially with karaoke. So I really feel like music therapy should be researched further and should get more findings going, because music therapy really does lend a helping hand.